Hey, Mr. Barnex back here to talk about Art 2, Drawing and Painting, where all of our rock stars come from. This is where we want to continue from those drawing rules and from practicing learning how to trust our eye in Art 1, Intro to Art, and continue to work from three-dimensional form, doing observational drawing, as well as getting exposed to art history. Don't panic. We want to look at modern art, see that art's about idea, see various styles and composition, so that we know what we like, know what we don't care for, and most importantly, can apply those things and ideas into our own composition when we want to use our voice for what we want to say. As always, there's links to everything on my homework page as well as my contact information. We're going to start with some sort of three-dimensional object to draw. We've been used to maybe drawing from that source image, drawing from that flat picture. We want to take those same drawing rules from Intro to Art, where we were working from a source image, and now do some observational drawing. In this case, just of a handball. Line and shape, tonal value, highlights, lights, mills, darks, cast shadows. How can we show how that three-dimensional object turns and moves on a two-dimensional plane? The better we are at tonal value, the more realistic, the more volume our drawings will possess. Another way to draw from objects, to do observational drawings, is to do our three views assignment. Draw something really big, medium, small, have a horizontal, a vertical, and a diagonal. In this case, it happens to be with pencil, tied in a little bit with some color pencil. This one's done exclusively in color pencil. Notice they had more background available, so they had to tie in the idea of money and change. We'll also do concept art. What it is that you want to say with your art, have themes, do a series, various ways of looking at that. In this particular one, it was fire, and then just changing the idea that the flame would be the water and the smoke would be fire, and just changing how we would expect to see that. We'll head into different painting studies as well. Very similar to our observational drawing studies. How can we get color value? How do we paint wet on wet? What are our painting rules? Some students have even tied in those studies to their actual paintings. Here's a watercolor sample, learning how to use watercolor or experiment with different mediums. Here's a watercolor about, Kurt Cobain, who was her favorite musician, and her guitar using watercolor. How do we have a voice and start to be that bridge in Art 2, in drawing and painting, to be that bridge from Intro to Art to Advanced Studio, to become more aware as an artist about your narrative and what you want to say, what interests you, and how you want your work to look, and how you're going to explore different mediums. And of course, it's an opportunity to dig deeper and develop those skills, those tools for our toolbox that we talked about, and trying things like soft pastels or mixed media to get ready for Advanced Studio Arts. And some people will find now they have time to explore their paintings and put the time into their paintings to get them to match what their eye is seeing. So again, drawing and painting, two-dimensional artists. You've already taken Intro to Art. You like to draw, you like to paint. Most students will complain about painting. It's simply because you haven't had enough experience with it yet. We've been rendering and drawing with crayons and markers and pencils our entire life. We're much more comfortable with that process than painting. And we've been training our eyes to see better, which is wonderful. And then there's a little frustration because we can see better than what we can currently paint because we're building our skill there. And by the end of the semester, that's where all of our painters come from. So if you like to work on two-dimensional art and you like to do concept art, and this is the great bridge to get you ready for Advanced Studio Arts, where you can choose your concepts and narratives and really have a voice as an artist. As always, I'm Mr. B. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or swing by the art room. Thanks for watching.